Alright class, after you watch the first video lesson about the speaking form from our speaking tutor books, now let's move on to the blueprint lessons. And in this video, you are going to look at the review section of the module 2. And this review section are on page 60 and 61. However, in this video, there are only two main things that we will focus on. First of all, we will review some of the important vocabularies that we have learned from these blueprint books and some grammatical structure that we have discussed and practiced a lot from our learnings. So without any further ado, let's look at our first point, which is the vocabularies. So to review this vocabulary, there are three questions that you need to think of. Number one, remember and write 4 sports in the Summer Olympics. Actually, this is from our lesson 1 about sport and fitness. So we have learned a lot about sport. I have one video talk about sport in another countries. I hope you remember that. However, you only need to name 4 sports in the Summer Olympics. So in the Olympic game, what are the games that they mention from the lesson? Okay, so we have gymnastics, we have swimming, we have surfing, and we have diving, which means you jump from a very high position down into the pools. Number 2, 3 words or phrases used to make suggestions. So there are a lot of ways. We have the word, we have the phrases or structure that you can use to make suggestions. Mostly we use modal verb, right? So here are those words. We have the word suggest, recommend, be sure to, is good idea to. Or we can use the word should as well. You should do this, you should do that. It is also possible to make suggestions. Number 3, 5 body part people might hurt at the gym. Sure, this one. We have the word shoulder, you lift weight, with the word neck, wrist, ankle, and knee. These are the body parts that mostly people get hurt when they go to the gym. Okay, this is another section about vocabulary reviews. Match column A with column B to make phrases. Then write the letter of the correct definition next to the new phrase. As you can see right here, we have part A and part B. What we need to do is to match this section A with the correct word in section B, and then match it with the correct definitions. Okay, let's start with the word loss. Generally, we use the word loss with the word lost wage, right? So, lost wage. Number 2, get. Okay, get hurt right here. Get hurts. Number 3, nasty. Or it means very. So, nasty means nasty headache. At a time. Here, sore throat, and rinse with mouthwash. Last but not least, mental. Okay, mental health. Okay, right here. Okay, mental health. So look at the meaning. So the word lost wage, what is the correct definitions? It letter F, which means to become sinner. Get hurt, what does it mean, get hurt? Letter E, which means to experience an injuries. Nasty headache, which means you have a very bad pain in your head. At a time, letter C, together or at the same. at the same time. Sore throat, which means letter A, pain inside the neck. Rinse with mouthwash, which means to clean your mouth with special liquids. Letter B. Last but not least is mental health, which is the opposite to the word physical health. So mental refer to how good you feel in your mind. Letter D. Okay. So after you learn some of those vocabulary, let me inform you that you will find more vocabulary revisions in your homework or in your classwork. So pay attention to the vocabulary that you have learned so far. So now let's move on to our grammar revisions. From the module 2, we have learned many grammar points. We have learned gerund and infinitive. We have learned the modal verb of obligation, probability, possibility, so on and so forth. And we also learned the form, the usage of future continuous. We learned the intensifier. Do you remember that? We have the word very, extremely. Those intensifier are the word or phrases that used to give more meanings or to emphasize the meaning of adjective. Present perfects, we have learned the present perfect simple and present perfect continue from another lesson. But in this lesson, we have learned present perfect simple and compare this to the past simples. Last but not least, we have learned the past continuous and how to use past continuous and what the form of these past continuous. So here only 6 exercise items that test your grammatical knowledge of how much you caught up with our grammatical lesson. However, there will be another exercise like this in your homework or in your classwork. So pay close attention to this exercise. So look back at the module and fill in the blanks. So this exercise, you only need to use 1 or 2 words only to complete in this blank. Number 1, you are sick, you stay home today. So this sentence is about giving suggestions or giving advice. So to give suggestions or to give advice, we use the word had better. You had better stay home today. Number 2, I like you too. This medicine every day. Okay, this gives suggestion or advice as well. So the structure here, I would like you to take this medicine every day. Number 3, we really enjoy the Olympics on TV. Actually, this is about the infinitive or gerund. Sure is the gerund form. Watchings. Number 4, he has studied nutrition 2 years. This is the present perfect tense. For this time period, what's phrase or an expression that you can use for or since? Okay, number 4, the correct answer is for 2 years. Number 5, it is important you drink water every day. So this part, what word that you can complete here? Can we use to infinitive or gerund form? No, actually we use that clause in this sentence. It is important that you drink water every day. Number 6, I be starting school next week. If you look at the form, the word ing generally is the continuous tense already, but here they don't use the word to be. Instead, they use the word be. So we have the word next week as January as well, which suggests the future form. So this sentence is about the future continuous form. So the correct word that you can complete here is will. I will be starting school next January. Alright everyone, so this is the end of our grammar practice. Again, there will be more exercise like this that you will see in your homework or maybe in your classwork. So pay attention to those grammar points. Alright, so everyone, that's it for our video lessons, and goodbye. See you again tomorrow.